Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of season 4 of the FIFA 16 Barcelona career mode series. Obviously the final season of this career mode series. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's episode, make sure you go ahead and drop a like rating, drop a comment down below that I can respond to. Make sure also click that subscribe button if you are new here to my channel. So the first game of today's episode, we're jumping actually straight into it. It's our first Champions League game of this season against Spartak Moscow. And actually to end off season 3, like I have mentioned in the previous episode and the previous episodes, obviously to start off this season, we ended the third season by lifting up the Champions League trophy. This is our opportunity to go back-to-back Champions League winners during season 3 and possibly during season 4. Can we go back-to-back winning our third Champions League trophy overall in this career mode series? We won it back in season 1, we won it in season 3, and could we do it here in season 4? We're going to jump into this game against Spartak Moscow, and like I did say, this is how we're going to start off today's episode. 3 games in today's episode. Obviously now we have gone past the transfer window. The transfer window did end in the previous episode, and if you have missed any episodes of this series, there will be a full series playlist linked down below in the description. So you can see Spartak Moscow did have the first chance in this game, but in the 15th minute, Lionel Messi with the corner. The ball actually falls to Neymar as he takes a shot, and it's the opposition goalkeeper who just saves that one right on the line of the goal to make sure that this game does remain at a 0-0 scoreline. Pushing on into the 20th minute, not long after our first chance from that corner, Messi does receive the ball. He skips around not 2 but 3 defenders. His shot was actually saved from the goalkeeper, but the rebound did fall to Luis Suarez. He picks up a goal, and we lead Spartak Moscow 1-0 during this first half. Not long after that, in the 39th minute, still in this first half, we have another corner. The ball falls to Samuel Umtiti. He takes a shot, comes off the goalkeeper. It's actually cleared off the line again. That is our second chance of goal that has been cleared off the line. We could have really been 3-0 up against Spartak Moscow in this game, but in the early stages of the second half, some bad news did come through that actually Luis Suarez did get taken down and he's out injured. How long will Suarez be out injured? We can't actually afford injuries in this 4th and final season of this career mode series. Our opposition did have a chance on goal, only to be denied by the goalkeeper who did start this game, and that man was Ter Stegen. Yes, Ter Stegen did starting goals over David De Gea for this game, and he pulled off a very important save there. From that, Spartak Moscow do have a corner. They're looking to get a goal to make it 1-1 and get themselves back into this game. It's actually a fantastic corner. It actually fell straight to their man. They had not 1 but 2 chances on goal, and both their chances did not go into the back of the net. This game does remain at a 1-0 scoreline to ourselves. In the 87th minute, Mario Götze does play a ball inside to Paul Pogba. He plays it through to Halilovic, making his way into goal, and that's just a fantastic finish from our central attacking midfielder. He makes it 2-0 in the 88th minute. With a couple of minutes to go in this game, have we done enough to pick up our first win and our first 3 points in this Champions League group? A great finish there from Halilovic, the central attacking midfielder, picking up a goal to put ourselves now 2-0 in the lead with only a couple minutes to go. It wasn't enough for the opposition to come back, obviously Spartak Moscow, to come back and pick up a goal. Well, they had to pick up 2 goals to at least get a point in this game, but it is a 2-0 win to start off today's episode. Great way to start off our Champions League campaign for this 4th and final season. Can we go back-to-back Champions League winners? Obviously from that game, we do have the news that Luis Suarez is going to be out for 4 weeks, which is a huge blow for the next 4 weeks in this season, because Luis Suarez is obviously our main striker, but we do have Lacazette, who can fit straight into our team. Obviously 91 rated Lacazette, who can just slot in perfectly into our starting lineup. The second game of today's episode is a league game against Rayo Vallecano, and there is a player debut. It's Kingsley Coman, who's come into the side, and he'll be making his debut for the club. Obviously we did sign him during the recent transfer window to start off season 4, and obviously Kingsley Coman has come from PSG all the way to Barcelona. As we take a look at my opposition for this game, Rayo Vallecano obviously don't have the strongest of sides. They're starting a 4-2-2-2 formation, really a 4-4-2 with 2 wingers, 2 CDMs, and obviously 2 strikers and 4 at the back. As we will be taking a look at my Barcelona side that will be popping up on your screens right now. And you can see in goals is going to be David De Gea, Mark Bartra, Laporte, Otamendi, and David Alaba, Digne actually at the back, Iniesta and Pjanic, Lionel Messi, Alexis Sanchez, and Lacazette alongside Kingsley Coman as the two strikers for this game. I'm starting a 4-4-2 formation, really a 4-2-2-2, but I did use this formation at the end of the third season, and it did work out quite well. But you can see in the 7th minute, Rayo Vallecano do take a 1-0 advantage. It was actually a deflection off one of my defenders. They did take a shot. It did come off David De Gea, but it did go into the back of the net. And we're 1-0 down in the early stages of this game. We look to hit back in the 11th minute. Messi does well to cut it inside. A fake shot. The shot from Messi actually gets through 2 defenders there. And Messi has started off this season so well. No other season has Messi been playing as well or as good as he is right now, which is awesome to see, because we do want to pick up the league title. We didn't actually win the league in the previous season. That is why I am doing this 4th season of this Crew Mode series. And the 26th minute, Lacazette plays a beautiful ball over top to find Kingsley Coman. He makes his one to goal. It's 2-1 here against Rayo Vallecano, and in space of 27 minutes, there's been 3 goals in this game, but after going 1-0 down in the early stages, we've done well to pick up 2 goals. Not long after that goal, in the 31st minute, Rayo Vallecano have another chance on goal, and their shot is actually going to go wide, and that was a good chance for themselves to make it 2-2, get themselves back into this game going into the second half. And talking about the second half, in the 67th minute of this game, Vallecano do have the ball. They play the ball wide, and you can see this is a great chance for themselves to make it 2-2, and they do so. And both of their goals, both of Rayo Vallecano's goals, have come off the hand of David De Gea. The first one, De Gea could have saved that one, and this one, it has come off the hand of David De Gea yet again. And De Gea hasn't really been, he hasn't really started the season too well. Obviously, in the previous game, Ter Stegen started, and like I said, De Gea hasn't really started this season too well. In the 88th minute, you can see some great passing play there. Sanchez making his run to goal. His initial shot comes off the post. The rebound falls back to Alexis Sanchez. It's now 3-2 in the 89th minute with only a couple minutes to go. Have we done enough to win this game at 3-2, or will Rayo Vallecano come back and make it 3-3? You can see Sanchez, his initial shot did hit the post, but that was an easy rebound goal to make it 3-2, and Alexis Sanchez picks up a goal for himself, and that is how the game is going to end. This game ends in another victory to ourselves. 2 games in today's episode and 2 wins. This a really important win in the league against Rayo Vallecano. Definitely a team that we should have beaten quite easily, but hey, we at least got the 3 points, and we at least picked up the win to keep our unbeaten record in the league alive for this 4th season. Obviously, we're still in the early stages of this season. The final game of today's episode is going to be against Real Betis, and Real Betis so far this Crew Mode series have been a team that we have struggled against quite a bit. So heading into this home game, I definitely do want to end off the episode by picking up a win against Real Betis to make it 3 games, 3 wins in today's episode, and most importantly picking up another win in the league, because in the 3rd season we were doing quite well at the start of the season, but it was the month during January where we dropped too many points, and resulting in that we didn't do enough to go ahead and win the league title. That is why it is really important that we scrape our victories. That's why that previous game, a 3-2 win against Rayo Vallecano, was a good win, because we picked up the 3 points in that game. Real Betis have a pretty decent side. They're starting a 4-2-3-1 formation. A decent side. You can say that they're really a mid-table to a second half of the table team, Real Betis, but they do definitely cause me some troubles in this Crew Mode series, so it really is important that we go ahead and win this game. And you can see in the 29th minute, great play there from Bellerin, and I think it was Lacazette there. He played it through to Messi, making his one to goal. That's a brilliant finish there from Lionel Messi. He picks up another goal in today's episode. He makes it 1-0 against Real Betis, and we take an early advantage in the 31st minute of this game. Pushing on into the later stages of this first half, it's Paul Pogba who is going to take the corner. Actually, Messi's going to take the corner because we need Pogba inside the penalty area. He crosses that one in to find Umtiti. He plays it to Tielemans, who unleashes a brilliant strike there, and Tielemans picks up the goal. It's now 2-0 in the later stages of this first half, and going into halftime, we took a 2-0 advantage in this game, and Tielemans is just an unbelievable player. Since we did sign him during Season 4, he's already chipped in with about 3 to 4 goals, and He's really playing a CDM role, and this man is just unbelievable, especially with his stats, the way he is growing. And Tielemans is just doing quite well at the moment in this crewmate series, and definitely he was a player that I did bring in as really to be a replacement player, but he's just playing so well. And you can see here, it's because of Tielemans winning the ball that we actually picked up that third goal. He won the ball off the defender, he played the ball to Lacazette, who was in a better position. It was a sweaty goal. It's now 3-0 against Real Betis, and we've gone away and we are going to win this game against Real Betis. But there was one highlight before this game did end. We're looking to make a 4-0 here, and who else but it was Tielemans who did get taken down, and this man had an unbelievable game against Real Betis. Yeah, again going on the attack, and you can see he did get taken down. We're looking to make a 4-0 here from the free kick, and it's actually Paul Pogba who is going to take the free kick from 34 yards out. The Frenchman is actually going to hit the post, coming real close to making a 4-0 against Real Betis, but this game is going to end in a 3-0 victory to ourselves. A fantastic way to end off today's episode, and a great way to head into the next episode by picking up a 3-0 win against Real Betis, and heading into the next episode, we've got the confidence to go ahead and win our next game. But what a way to end off today's episode. What an episode it has been. 3 games, 3 wins, 3 great wins to be honest. The first game was obviously a Champions League group stage game, a pretty decent win. We scraped through in the previous game against Rayo Vallecano, but we did hit back against Real Betis with a 3-0 win. If you guys did enjoy today's episode, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for your support on this channel, and I'll see you all on my next video.